Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to America's Freedom Media. I'm your host, the Angry American. I've been doing a little research today regarding Antifa. Seems that Antifa are being glorified by CNN. Imagine that. Well, I've got some clips here of Jake Tapper and Sara Gannon of CNN. Did an extensive interview with Antifa in Portland, Oregon, and they really put Antifa on a pedestal, in my opinion, and that's really bad. Nothing good can come from that, and I just don't understand how they could, honestly give credence to Antifa like they're a legitimate organization for political discourse. They're not. They're an organization that thrives on shutting down discourse. They don't want dialogue. They want violence. And they want to shut down any speaker that they deem that they don't like by violence. As they say, by any means necessary. As I'm going to show you with the thumbnails that I'm going to put in this video, all the pictures that I have of the riot that shut down Milo Yiannopoulos in Berkeley, they are attributed to Breitbart News, and they show the extreme violence that Antifa went to shut down Milo's speech. And you may disagree with Milo, you may not disagree with him, but the one thing that everyone should agree with is that Milo has a right to speak. You may not like it. You don't have to listen. But under the United States Constitution's First Amendment, the man has the right to speak. Everyone does. That's why I'm making this video, because I was appalled when I heard that Antifa were being glorified by CNN. That's not okay. That's not okay at all. And I learned this information from a YouTuber that I subscribe to, that I watch quite often, in fact every day. E.T. Williams goes by the Doctor of Common Sense. I'm going to link his video in my description box. I can't show you any of the video because his content is copyrighted. So I don't need a copyright infringement, but I really respect the guy and what he does, and I'll leave the link in the description below so you can go to his channel and watch the video at your leisure. Other pictures that I have that I'm putting in this video come from Berkeleyside.com. And those pictures are from the now infamous Battle of Berkeley that happened with the free speech rally that Lawrence Southern, Brittany Pettibone, the base stickman, of course, really like that guy, all showed up for, a free speech rally. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a great way to show support for the freedom of speech and the President of the United States. Yet Antifa showed up to battle against free speech. They do this every single time there's a free speech rally. They did the same thing in Portland for the Portland Rose Parade. They shut down the Rose Parade in Portland, Oregon, because there were Republicans that wanted to march in the Rose Parade. They didn't like that idea, so they shut down the Rose Parade. They shut it down by the capitulation of the city of Portland, who decided, well, we don't want the violence that could break out, so we're going to just cancel the parade altogether. CNN aired this story after the Charlottesville riots. So I'm going to let you watch the clips, and I'll be back to comment on it during the clips.
Welcome back to The Lead, the national lead now. By most accounts, almost all of the people protesting against the hateful bigots, the Nazis and Klansmen in Charlottesville,
Jake Tapper's
were
doing
peaceful.
here?
But
He's attributing
not
motive.
all of them. In
He's
their
saying
midst
that
was a
everyone
sometimes
at that
very
rally,
violent group of
other than
protesters that call themselves Antifa, known to not only clash with bigots, but also sometimes with police and occasionally storefronts. At least 2 journalists in Virginia were assaulted by violent counter-protesters over the weekend, including this cameraman from the Richmond CBS affiliate.
Side as counter-protesters when it was Antifa who showed up to counter-protest the Unite the Right. He also attributes the violence against the reporter to the Unite the Right folk, when in fact it was Antifa that assaulted the reporter because they were being filmed. Let me go ahead and destroy the narrative Jake Tapper's trying to build as far as the assault on the reporter goes. I've got the reporter's video, and I'd like to show that to you now. It's 26 seconds worth of video that shows that the alt-left were the ones that attacked him.
We're gay! We fight the KKK! We're here! I don't know if you're friends for the whole idea. Stop filming, bro. Stop filming.
See, this clip from CBS shows the clear hypocrisy of CNN, and it shows just blatant lies that they perpetrate against the American people to mislead the public into believing the narrative that they, CNN, want to set.
It's 6 a.m. in Portland, Oregon, and we're headed to a bar with blacked out windows. They wanted to meet us really early in the morning because
very
they're
secretive,
concerned about a lot of
secret
people
squirrel
being
type
around.
meeting.
We are meeting members of the Rose City Antifa, short for anti-fascist. This group's main goal is to disrupt neo-Nazis and white supremacists, but also take on government and capitalism.
Ben Shapiro
Antifa is any
Coulter?
group that's willing to stand up
white
against
supremacists
fascists by
that
any means
Antifa
necessary.
are
Explain to me
taking
the
on the
reasoning
shutdown?
behind fighting.
You have to make it so unpalatable to be doing white supremacist organizing that they no longer want to do that. And historically, that's what's worked. You have to put your body in the way, and you have to make it speak in a language that they understand, and sometimes that is violence.
Did
There's no
Antifa
firm number on
seriously
how
say
many Antifa
sometimes
activists
violence?
there are in the U.S.
No.
because there isn't
They
any
show up to
one
peaceful
organization.
protests
Most are local
every
groups that
single
recruit and communicate
time.
through social media.
And
But
they
experts
use
who
violence.
track these organizations say their membership is growing in response to the rise of white national groups and the election of President Donald Trump.
CNN pivots
Violence
again
and property
and attributes
destruction led to more than
Antifa violence
200
to
arrests
President
in
Donald
Washington,
Trump.
D.C. on
An
Inauguration
important
Day.
point CNN's leaving
Prosecutors
out.
say they were
It is
wearing
illegal
masks covered
in
head
the
to toe
District
in
of
black,
Columbia
a tactic the
to
Antifa
be
call
wearing
black
face
bloc.
masks.
Scott Crow has been leading anarchist and militant leftist groups for decades.
So people put on the masks so that we can all become anonymous. And then therefore we are able to move more freely and do what we need to do, whether it is illegal or not.
So some people will push back on that and say that the black bloc is to keep people from being identified and arrested when they break the law. When they
Is this
commit
woman
crimes.
serious with this
It's a
retarded
good
question
way
or
to
what?
avoid the ramifications of law enforcement.
It's the violence that's gotten them attention, directly confronting groups that preach white nationalist rhetoric, like on Inauguration Day, when white nationalist Richard Spencer was punched in the face.
Richard Spencer may be a jerk, but he has a right to freedom
And
of
it was
speech,
the
and he
Antifa
also has a
movement that
right
caused
to, when
Berkeley
he's
to cancel
exercising that
speeches
freedom
by
of speech,
extreme right
not to be sucked in
provocateurs
the
like
face.
Milo Yiannopoulos.
If there are the more hardcore elements, the white supremacists and neo-Nazis that go to these rallies that are itching for a fight, we're there to
Seriously,
say,
girl,
we'll stand
have
in
you
your
heard
way.
yourself talk? Really? Why don't you grow up and get out of your mom and daddy's
that
basement?
experts who I've talked to say that the Antifa violence may end up actually hurting their cause. Across the country, people who are dressing in black bloc are getting arrested. Authorities
Of course they
are
should be getting
taking
arrested.
this seriously,
They're criminals,
but that's not
thugs,
stopping them at all.
and their
They
cause
have been
is
telling me
communism.
that they
Their
believe
cause
that
is to
this
take down
tactic is
the United
working.
States and destroy everything that this country stands for. Thank you for watching. I value your viewership. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like, click the notification bell so you receive notifications.